Blue Shift. Written by Dr. Albert Tennant.
The Situation Room was cold, the air scrubbed of all humanity by high-grade ventilation. President Elias Thorne sat at the head of the mahogany table, his eyes bloodshot, fixated on the screen. Around him, the Joint Chiefs sat in stony silence, their posture betraying a deep, frantic confusion. Dr. Aris Thorne, lead astrophysicist for the Deep Space Monitoring Array, stood before a projection of the Cosmic Microwave Background, CMB. Beside her stood Dr. Marcus Vane, a specialist in thermodynamic entropy. "Mr. President," Aris began, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. "To understand why we are here, you need to understand how the universe tells time. Imagine a train leaving a station, blowing its horn. As it moves away, the sound waves stretch out, lowering the pitch. That is the Doppler effect. In space, that pitch is light. For billions of years, we have observed the light of the stars stretching, redshifting. The universe is expanding, moving away from us. It is the ticking clock of existence." She clicked a remote. The projection shifted from a static flecked map of the cosmos to a flat, eerie, perfectly still gray. 6 months ago, the clock stopped. The red shifting ceased. We entered a state of perfect stasis. Then 3 weeks ago, we saw the shift. It wasn't red anymore. It was blue. "Blue shift," a general barked, leaning forward. "So what? Everything is just coming back at us. Can't we just launch a counteroffensive? Launch some nukes into the void to push it back?" Dr. Vane suppressed a grimace. "General, you cannot nuke the fabric of reality. When the universe blue shifts, the train isn't just coming back to the station. It is reversing into the station, then through it, into the tunnel from which it came. The arrow of entropy, the force that dictates that eggs break but do not unbreak, is turning around."
The Rewind.
"Think of your life as a VHS tape," Aris continued, her tone softening to something haunting. "You are currently watching the movie, but the universe is hitting the rewind button. And you are not the observer. You are the tape itself." A silence descended on the room, heavy and suffocating. "The implications are not cinematic. They are biological and psychological torture," Aris whispered. "The process is called cosmic retrogression. As the entropy of the universe reverses, the chemical reactions in your body will begin to move backward. You will not die of old age. You will grow younger. You will watch your wrinkles smooth, your joints heal, and then you will lose your memories." "What do you mean, lose them?" the president asked, his voice barely audible. "To remember is to process information forward in time," Vane interjected. "As your neural pathways begin to function in reverse, your long-term memories will dissolve first. You will forget your accomplishments, your failures, the faces of your children. You will grow younger, but you will become mentally vacant, an empty vessel being dragged back toward the womb."
The Psychological Horror.
Aris tapped the screen, showing a simulation of a family in a living room. "And it gets worse. Those you have lost, the dead, they will return. Because the universe is rewinding. The energy that dissipated upon their deaths will reform. They will appear, confused, terrified, arriving at the exact state of physical decomposition they were in at the moment of death, then healing back into life. You'll see your wife," Aris looked directly at the president. "If she is pregnant now, the baby will be unconceived. The biological process will reverse until the fetus is reabsorbed into the cellular structure of the mother. If you have a 2-year-old child, they will live for 2 years, growing smaller, more fragile, until they are an infant, then an embryo, then gone. You will experience the agonizing trauma of losing them all over again, only this time you will watch them disappear into nothingness. We will relive every war, every betrayal, Vane added, but we will be powerless to change the outcome. We are not actors in a play. We are the ink on the page being sucked back into the pen. You will feel the bullet enter your chest before you feel the pain of the wound, and then the wound will close and you will walk backward into the darkness. The president slumped in his chair. So, when the universe collapses all the way, when we reach the beginning, Aris looked at him, her eyes vacant. The big crunch. We compress into a singularity of infinite density and heat. And then, the pressure becomes too much. It detonates again. A new Big Bang. The cycle repeats. Forever. She looked at the assembled leaders, her face pale. Feel free to throw up. I know I have.
Scientific grounding and theoretical framework. While the scenario is a terrifying extension of current physics, it is rooted in legitimate cosmological debates regarding the fate of the universe. The Big Crunch versus the Big Bounce. The Big Crunch is a long-standing theory that if the density of the universe is high enough, gravity will eventually halt the expansion and pull everything back together. The Big Bounce, supported by loop quantum gravity, suggests that the universe undergoes infinite cycles of expansion and contraction. Key literature: Roger Penrose's Cycles of Time, An Extraordinary New View of the Universe, posits that the universe goes through successive aeons. Entropy and Time's Arrow. The second law of thermodynamics states that entropy, disorder, must increase over time. Physicists like Sean Carroll, in From Eternity to Here, have explored what would happen if this arrow were to reverse. A reversal of entropy would fundamentally imply a reversal of the cause and effect relationship that defines human consciousness. Doppler effect and CMB. The cosmic microwave background radiation is indeed the afterglow of the Big Bang. Its shift is the standard metric for cosmic expansion. The hypothetical blue shift of the entire CMB would be the signature of a collapsing universe, a phenomenon discussed in high-level theoretical papers on phantom energy and closed time-like curves. Notable proponents of cyclic models: Paul Steinhardt, a pioneer of the ekpyrotic model, suggesting the universe is part of a cyclic process of collisions and expansions. Lee Smolin, known for his work on cosmological natural selection, which explores the life cycles of universes,